What is up, crypto love? Welcome. Today we have an exciting episode about another one of my favorite cryptos. In case you guys couldn't tell from the title and the image, today we're talking about NEO, okay? If you didn't know, I do love NEO. I've been in NEO for a while, and today, yesterday or the day before it was Lisk, today is NEO. I'm just feeling like a winner because all my picks are coming up. But, really, these were great projects. Anyways, before we get started, thank you to everyone subscribing. Thank you to everyone mashing on that like button. This coming Tuesday, November 21st at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we will have our late night live stream, which will in fact be our 100th episode. So stay tuned. Be there for that, for some giveaways. And also, guys, guess what? I am going to be interviewing a CEO of a very cool upcoming ICO. So look forward to that live to Crypto Love only because I love you guys. Now, let's get into it, right? I know you guys love the hands. You love the hands. So, to begin with, taking a look at CoinMarketCap. Today, now earlier today was a bit higher, but right now, NEO and NEO Gas up 26%. It was at 50% earlier, but look at that. NEO at 45 bucks, NEO Gas at 30 bucks. Woo! Sailing to the moon on NEO. And if we take a look at it recently, we're almost at all-time highs in terms of dollar value. I think back here in August it was at $48. Now we're at $45. However, Bitcoin comparative is down pretty low compared with where it was way back when because Bitcoin's more expensive now, right? So it was at 586,000 Satoshis. It was one time at 1 million and change Satoshis. Whoa, nuts, right? Now, NEO's mooning. Why is it? Well, some people call NEO the Ethereum of China. And if we take a look at things, just looking at the world in general, we see this graph right here. Look at the size of China. Just enormous. Bigger than India. Way bigger than the US. Here in the US, we do think we're everything. And we're not. For the rest of the world, we're not. But, yeah, tiny, you know? I know there's a lot of people over there in Australia. I don't even see that up here. That must be in the other category. But yeah, China is freaking huge. Could you imagine if this becomes the Ethereum of China or otherwise Ethereum of the world? It could be enormous. Now, before you go out and buy some, just wait for the rest of the presentation. But one thing that I did notice when doing some research is that NEO recently changed their website. I'm not sure how long ago this happened because I was used to this old website back when it went from AntShares to NEO. But apparently, it's been a little while since I visited NEO's website. They changed it to this one. Very nice website. Very cool. Is this the reason for the pump in price? Nah, there's some other stuff. There is a cryptic message here. Look at that, right? If you guys can read Chinese as well as I can, you would know that says, progress doesn't stop. By the time you have read this, you are already standing with NEO on the path of world change. 3 days to something happening. Until then, life is good. So does that mean once that happens, life is going to be bad? I don't exactly know. Very mysterious message from NEO. But maybe it's like haiku. Maybe it's like a Zen koan or something like that. Like maybe it's like, what's the sound of one hand clapping? Right? Did anybody else just get enlightened right there, or was it just me? Now, back to the cryptic message. 3 days. 3 days from November 17th. So November 20th, on Monday, we have some important news coming up with NEO. Could that be what's driving the price up? Yeah. People love announcements because announcements, things can happen. However, not always does that mean the price is going to be up. That's why I say hold on until it happens. Now, what could that news be? Well, it could be this. Is China allowing ICOs again? You know, NEO was initially like shooting up to the moon, and then China said no, and then that stopped the price. Okay, that happened back in August. But there's a saying in China that if you try and kill something and you cannot kill it, then it deserves to live. Maybe they're like, we tried to kill Bitcoin. Couldn't do it, now it deserves to live. So now we'll allow NEO to be the platform for all ICOs. Could you imagine that? Okay? Not just like you can choose which platform you want to use, but you have to use NEO, which means NEO is going to be the best smart contract platform in China, aka most likely in the world because they have the largest population. What other stuff is going on? Because there's tons of other stuff going on with Neo right now, so it's no surprise the price is going up. They also have this on-chain blockchain project launch on November 27th in New York. Da Fei is coming to New York. New York with Da Fei. That could be it. They're talking about these big 5 projects being shared there. AlphaCat, the Key, QLink, DeepBrain, Peer, Atlas, all being confirmed on Neo, potentially. Okay, that's one. They just had the dApps competition. That just expired or finished the other day. I'm not sure who the winner is. I tried to look it up. My search skills are just terrible. If you know who it is, let me know down below. Also, Neo news today. Just taking a look at what's happening in Neo. So, some cool stuff. They have that cryptic thing. Also, Project ICO held on Neo subreddit. They have there's just all types of stuff happening in Neo right now. It seems like they are poised for some big stuff. Life is good until then. And then what? But, taking a look, there was this article that I saw here where this guy did some technical analysis of Neo versus the dollar. Why the dollar? I don't know. Because he saw this little triangle here with the dollar, and it looks like it's just broken out of that massive wedge, which could be good, but could the price be coming back? Final thoughts, he thinks, and again, I'm not a technical analyst, I'm not an expert, I just make YouTube videos, research, whatever, but he thinks that Neo is a great long-term hold. Agree with you 100% there, my man. Neo is an awesome long-term hold. For the short term, though, he thinks you missed the spike. You'll need to wait for it to retest, dip, and before buying. And, he could be good because we just did see a huge breakout. Now, this is the Bitcoin comparative, and I made a little wedge on the Bitcoin comparative. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's not as much as a wedge. It's more of like a descending wedge almost there, which would mean that it would flip towards the downside, which would be bearish there. However, we saw a breakthrough right here. Now, how high is it going to go? We're seeing a little bit less price action today. I mean, it shot up 50% or more in a day. Now it may come back down. And if we take a look at the hourlies, we're seeing, there was very, very quick gains there, very exuberant gains, as someone might say. But it's slowing down a little bit. We're seeing some sell orders down here, so some big sell orders right there. Honestly, to me, Neo is looking kind of pricey at the moment. Whoops, what did I do there? Yeah, Neo's looking a bit pricey at the moment. Now, in the long term, yeah. I mean, is $50 pricey if Neo goes up to $300 or $3,000? No, of course not. But let's take a look at things overall, okay? In terms of US dollar comparatives, Neo's just about the highest it's ever been. Think about that. I don't like to buy at all-time highs. In terms of Bitcoin comparative, no, it's not the highest. But it's a relative high. Now, taking a look at things, let's just say, because I like to do this, let's just say that Neo outplaced Ethereum. Okay, that means there would be a 16 times increase in price. So it's at $50 now, 500. Oh shit, really? Damn. Oh no, let's say, okay, not that much, 10 times. So it could go up to $500 if it replaced Ethereum in terms of market cap and, nothing else grew. So could be worth $500 if that happened. Could that happen? Yeah, definitely. Is $50 a big investment at $500? No. It would be a great time to buy in. But right now we're at a relative high. We don't know where it's going to go. We're all waiting for those announcements on Monday. So if you want to buy some before the announcements on Monday, go ahead and do that. If you want to wait and see what the announcement is, go ahead and do that too. Neo for the long term, awesome. For the short term, I don't do short term trading. Okay? So I hope that is everything you guys were looking for in a brief summary of what's going on with Neo. Again, awesome project. I love it. I think it's great. Now, if you like that episode, click the subscribe button, click the like button. See you guys Tuesday night for the late night live stream, 100th episode special. And then, cool, have a great weekend. All right, peace.